Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Today we're trying out a Sun team created by a Japanese player called Cobalt. Has some really cool stuff like Choice Specs Ninetales and Focus Sash Venusaur, and it's also got some pretty cool techs like the Thunder Punch on Rhyperior and Hurricane / Overheat on Charizard, as well as a AV Scrafty with Brick Break. So excited to try this team out. Sun is an archetype that I haven't really explored too much of in this season, and Ninetales is definitely a kind of underplayed Pokemon. Normally with these archetypes you often see Torkoal because that gives you the flexibility to use it under Trick Room. But Ninetales obviously pairs a little bit better with Charizard, where when you use Torkoal normally with these kind of modes, Torkoal is normally not going to have Trick Room up if it's had next to Charizard. So with Ninetales, you have two really speedy options. You can often lead just like Charizard Ninetales and just launch really powerful Heat Waves. As you see, Charizard is Solar Power with Life Orb, and Ninetales does have the Choice Specs as well. So excited to give it a go. This is a rental team, so of course feel free to try it out yourself. And today's question of the day, I've been asking this a bunch, but I'm always looking for new music, and with every week there's always new albums and new songs coming out. So my question of the day is send me your weekly music recommendations. The two albums I've been listening to nonstop in the last week are The Weeknd's new album and Childish Gambino's new album. So yeah, if you guys got any good recs, definitely let me know in the comments below, and let's get started with today's episode. By the time this video goes up as well, I'm releasing this video a little bit earlier today. I should be streaming on Twitch. I'll probably be on Twitch for around like 2 to 3 hours. So if you want to catch a live stream and come hang out, definitely hit me up at twitch.tv/CybertronVGC. So hope to see some of you guys there. Let's get into today's episode, and as always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please show your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And, I'm also looking to make, new content outside of just Road to Rank, so if you guys have any suggestions for things you'd like to see, definitely let me know in the comments below. I have a lot more time now, especially because my classes are all online now, so definitely open to anything. But, alright, let's see. So, pretty standard Trick Room team here from my opponent. Pretty interesting. I feel like normally I expect to see like Torkoal or Rhyperior on those comps, but instead it's like Reuniclus and the Mudsdale, which is pretty interesting. There's 3 potential Trick Room users in Reuniclus, the Dusclops, and the Hatterene. Let's see. Like, we could bring our own Dusclops and just go with Trick Room ourselves. Like, one actually really interesting option is just going Dusclops and Rhyperior immediately. And like Bulldoze, so that we are just going to outspeed everything. There is Sleep Powder on this Venusaur, but I don't think that's the best option here. Part of me is also tempted to just go with the Sun lead immediately, because he doesn't really have any great fire resists outside of Incineroar. We could potentially just dunk on something immediately, honestly. So I'm kind of down to just go with Charizard and Ninetales, and in the back go with, I think, just Dusclops and Rhyperior. Basically, I'm going to try to overwhelm my opponent with offense early on, and if Trick Room goes up, well, we have our best 2 options in Trick Room, which are Dusclops and Rhyperior. Venusaur would be alright in this matchup for the Mudsdale, but it's pretty weak to Psychic, obviously, from both Hat and Niddy. It doesn't really do much against Dusclops. I think Scrafty could be a solid bring here, but Scrafty really doesn't like to go up against the Hatterene here, and Intimidate's like decently helpful, I guess, against Mudsdale, but can't do much damage to it. And Reuniclus, if it maxes, Reuniclus is often carry like Focus Blast for max fighting. So yeah, it's gonna be NDD and Reuniclus. Okay. I wonder if double Heat Wave should just KO here unless you max, but if you max, you don't get Trick Room up. So honestly, I'm kind of down to just double Heat Wave. Yeah, this is Life Orb and Specs Heat Wave coming out. We could max here, but I kind of want to maybe save my max for the Rhyperior in the back. It's going to be either Charizard if we max or the Rhyperior. But the reason why I'd rather just double Heat Wave here is because I could really see my opponent going for Follow Me Trick Room, not expecting this like huge amount of damage output. And if they max for Reuniclus, then you've already committed your Dynamax, as I'm saying. So yeah, I'm just going to double Heat Wave. This is, 2 of the strongest attacks we can really have right now. Spread damage. Sun is up, Choice Specs on the Ninetales, Life Orb on the Charizard, Solar Power as well on Charizard, so should just be a double KO, barring Dynamax from Reuniclus, and barring any misses as well. Of course, Heat Wave is only 90% accurate, so what, that's 81% chance to connect with both for one Pokemon, so just over a 64% chance to hit all of them. But there's the Follow Me. Alright, if we double hit this, I think that's just GG, honestly. It looks like we missed something. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about missing NDD. We need to hit the Reuniclus. Look at that damage! Oh my goodness! And Ninetales double connects. Oh, that feels so good. We get the burn on NED, although I honestly, if we hit that, it would have probably just been KO'd. Okay, so that's obviously a really good turn 1 for us. Would have been better if we didn't miss there with Charizard, but once again, like, it is only over a 64% chance, between 64 and 65 to hit all 4 of those Heat Waves. So ultimately, we double connected on the Reuninclus, which was the most important thing. So all things considered, I can't be too upset about that. Mudsdale's gonna come out. Okay. I could max for Wildfire. The question is, do I feel comfortable beating Mudsdale with who I have in the back? And the other question is, do you max? A double Heat Wave still is going to really hurt, even if you're Assault Vested, to be honest. We could overheat, but I think you're probably going to go for a Follow Me. Yeah, I'm actually just down to double Heat Wave again. Mudsdale is, I think, one of the scarier Pokemon for me to go up against. He's going to Dynamax first, which is fine. Yeah. Which also means Mudsdale's only KOing 1 of 2 Pokemon here. He's probably going to go for a Max Rockfall, but like we're still going to get 2 Sun Boosted Heat Waves off beforehand, and then whoever he doesn't KO, we can just potentially max. Like, we could even max Ninetales in this match, honestly. Okay, let's see. He's going for a Helping Hand, but that's fine. He was going to KO either Pokemon anyway. Alright, Heat Wave double connects. Beautiful. NDD goes down. Stamina's going to go up, but yeah, I don't think Mudsdale should have too much to deal with the Dusclops in the back. And Dusclops can just Nightshade away. Ah, but we missed that Heat Wave. Okay, that was actually a big miss. There's Max Rockfall, yeah. Okay, so we haven't gotten super lucky connecting our attacks, but once again, all things considered, can't complain too much. That one does sting a little bit, though, I won't lie. Because that was going to be a single target Heat Wave coming out against Mudsdale. Okay. So let's see what my opponent's last Pokemon is. I'm going to bring out Dusclops right now. And yeah, I was surprised to see Mudsdale come out, but it is the best answer. It's actually Incineroar. Okay, interesting. He's going to get the Intimidate off. Could maybe deny his Trick Room. Question is, who do you fake out here? We could, with Rhyperior in the back, like, I think as soon as we knock out, you saw Assault Vest, yeah, on the Mudsdale, which obviously isn't surprising. Look, we could max the the Ninetales, but no, I think that's kind of silly. I think we'll just Heat Wave here. Yeah, I think we just max the Rhyperior, honestly. So let's just Nightshade and Heat Wave. Incineroar won't be able to beat the Rhyperior, obviously, and my opponent will have committed 2 turns of Dynamax here. Okay. He didn't go for Fake Out. We crit the Incineroar. Give Mudsdale Stamina Boost. If we just connected there, that would have been game. Oh, last turn. It's kind of frustrating. Okay. He's going to Darkest Lariat. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that doesn't do too much to us. Max Quake, which isn't surprising either. But that's already 2 turns of Dynamax down for Mudsdale. And now we just bring it out Rhyperior. Yeah. I'm not Trick Rooming here because I think the Mudsdale should be min speed, and Mudsdale's space speed is obviously lower than Rhyperior, so yeah, I don't really feel the need to Trick Room. Just slowly whittle away at Mudsdale. It does have a lot of increased stages of defense, but once Dynamax ends, I think we should be alright. Yeah. Okay, so now we bring out Rhyperior. He shouldn't have any way to KO Rhyperior, so I don't think we need to, like, max guard it here or anything. The one thing I have to watch out for, I mean, you could max Steel Spike, like, double up on Dusclops, I guess, but that's honestly fine. Just double checking. He's already at +3 defense. Another Nightshade will get him to +4, but I don't think you can really KO Rhyperior, so I'm honestly down to just Nightshade, max, and just KO the Incineroar. Yeah, that seems fine to me. If you want to KO Rhyperior, you're going to have to activate my weakness policy, and if you activate my weakness policy, then, like, after the defense boost, like, it doesn't really matter. That's why connecting with the earlier Heat Wave would have helped out, but all things considered, yeah, it's fine. The good thing in this matchup is that my opponent only ended up bringing 1 Trick Room Pokemon anyway. Venusaur was actually probably our best bet to beat the Mudsdale specifically, but I thought Venusaur had a really bad matchup against everything, and as long as we get some attacks off against Mudsdale like we have so far, then I felt like I probably I don't feel too bad about my position right now. Rhyperior is obviously very, very bulky. He's going to go for just a Flare Blitz. Okay. He might be going for a burn on Rhyperior, which actually makes sense. But no, it's actually just targeting Mudsdale there. Okay. Or sorry, Dusclops. That's interesting. I mean, he ends up getting less damage off than he probably should have, but okay. We'll knock out Incineroar cleanly here, and it's a 2v1 now. My opponent's Dynamax is going to end after this turn. Mudsdales normally carry Max Steel Spike, but once again, even with all the defense boosts, you're going to be non-Dynamax after this turn, and we have Nightshade, which does guaranteed 50 damage. Yep, there's the Steel Spike. I don't even think this KOs Dusclops. It does not. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this Mudsdale's going to be at what, like +5 defense now, but I don't think a Body Press is KOing us on Rhyperior anyway. Yeah. And we should be faster with Rhyperior. We are obviously faster, as we just saw. So I think we just... this is a really... yeah, it's +5 defense Mudsdale. Yeah, I'm just gonna Nightshade, Mudsdale, and Max Quake. He can't protect, so I get 2 guaranteed attacks off into this thing. Pretty sure you're not knocking out Rhyperior, and after Max Quake, that's definitely in Nightshade KO range. So I guess my opponent's play is probably to knock out the Dusclops here, because you're not taking much damage from Max Quake. I have no idea. I think Mudsdale honestly might even be able to take 2 of these, so let's see. It might have been better for me. I was gonna say to Trick Room, but no, I don't think I really like Trick Rooming there. I actually didn't know that Nightshade gave the stamina defense boost as well, which is an interesting interaction. I'm pretty sure another one should KO there. He needs to target down the Dusclops here, if not he just loses. But the good thing is that we're obviously faster with Rhyperior. Okay, so Mudsdale's at +6. He's gonna go for Body Press. Alright, that's game then. Yeah, that wasn't KOing Rhyperior. Even at +6 defense. Rhyperior is so bulky. Alright, so despite 2 Heat Wave misses, we were able to eke it out with this game. And Trick Room actually never ends up going up, but that is, you know, kind of the dynamic when both teams have like Trick Room and Dusclops. So yeah, this shows you the power of, you know, some boosted Heat Waves from Charizard and Ninetales. They were so powerful. And I think maybe my opponent had a better shot of winning if they actually just max the Reuniclus turn 1. And because a max Psychic or max Mindstorm's definitely KOing. Although, if we connect all our Heat Waves, my opponent's actually still in a really bad spot, because that still does probably like 60-70% to Reuniclus. So, yeah. As long as Incineroar didn't come out as a lead, I felt really good about that game, as our rank is 1337. That's kind of cool. Just slowly trying to climb back up. As I mentioned, my ranking dropped a little bit just playing before yesterday, but we're trying to just slowly get back up and try out a bunch of different teams. I hope you guys have been enjoying, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching Road to Rank. And yeah, like I mentioned before the start of this video, or during the start of this video, send me your recommendations, both for music, but also for other content ideas you'd like to see. Okay, next team of the day. This is interesting. It's like a lot of earlier meta stuff, like Braviary. I guess that's really the main thing, but then you've got Rotom as well. So first question as always is, how good is Sun Spam here? Answer, not bad. Let's see. Venusaur is honestly really solid here, I think. Like, I mean, the Trick Room out also isn't bad. Like, there's a reason why Dusclops Rhyperior is so good. I don't want to bring Scrafty once again, but I do think I want to bring Venusaur this time around. I see my opponent leading Incineroar. I think I definitely want to go Charizard. Maybe we want Venusaur in the back. I'm thinking just Charizard and Ninetales. Once again. I think Venusaur has to come out into this matchup. For the last one, Incineroar scares me offensively. We could just go with regular Rhyperior, which actually doesn't seem too bad here. The alternative is just Scrafty. Scrafty is not bad here for Intimidate onto Incineroar, but it doesn't really do much more. I mean, it does wall Excadrill a little bit harder, but I think I'm going to bring Rhyperior outside of Trick Room. Yeah. We could have gone Dusclops and Rhyperior, but I really like Charizard, Ninetales, and Venusaur, like the Sun Core in this matchup. The Gen 1 Sun Core, so yeah. Gonna go with those. We'll see how things shake up. There are some, I mean, as you'll notice, this team is really hyper-offensive outside of Dusclops Rhyperior. I mean, I guess Scrafty isn't very offensive either, but it's very easy to just quickly get knocked out. But it's Braviary Mimikyu, which I actually really don't mind here. I think this is actually perfect for us. Once again, I think we can just double Heat Wave here. Could consider maxing Charizard here, though. Because as you'll see, my opponent does have one fire-type Pokemon. I guess I didn't even consider who to max. That's the cool thing. These two Pokemon are so strong, you often don't even want to max them. I don't know, double Heat Wave just seems so powerful here. Kind of down to just go for that. Yeah, and then I get to max the next turn. The only scary thing is if we miss. But Mimikyu could Trick Room here. Although that'd be kind of weird. I think I will just double Heat Wave turn 1. Alright, so he's gonna max, but what's maxing? If it's Braviary, I'm pretty sure that still gets KO'd. Unless, it could be Citrus Buried, which would make sense. Yeah, it is max Braviary. Okay. I don't know if max Charizard was gonna get KO'd like that. I'm sure he's max Airstreaming, but that's not too much of a problem, especially because we have Rhyperior in the back. We're gonna miss though. Yeah, that's the one downside of using Heat Wave, right? That's a big miss. I would have been fine missing Mimikyu. Missing Braviary is a little unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. What's he gonna go for? Yeah, I mean, that Braviary should probably have gotten KO'd, but like I said, the thing is, if we don't, we need to break Mimikyu's disguise too, which is why I didn't max there. He's gonna max Airstream 9 kills, okay. So the good thing is that Braviary is going to be faster than us, but it can only knock out one of two Pokemon. I might consider maxing Charizard this next turn just to knock out the Braviary. I don't know if you were KOing, I guess. Especially if it had a Citrus Berry, then probably not. But Venusaur will still outspeed that anyway. We have the Dynamax advantage, so... Yeah, that is the downside of using double Heat Wave, right? Like, it's not super accurate. It's going to bring out Rotom. I actually really like maxing Charizard here. Even if it's just one attack, getting the, getting Wildfire off here is really good, I think, honestly. Yeah. If I'm my opponent, I'd probably max Airstream into... Who would you max Airstream into? I don't want to switch out here either. We could switch Ninetales out into Rhyperior, but I don't mind getting 2 free switch-ins. Yeah, I'm going to max Charizard just to get the G-Max Wildfire effect going, and Heat Wave. Because we have Venusaur in the back, Venusaur will beat Rotom, and my opponent's already committed their Dynamax to Braviary, and I'm relatively confident in my ability to win with Venusaur Rhyperior in the back once we get the G-Max effect off. I don't think max Airstream should knock out Charizard here, given how little it did, not how little it did to Ninetales, but it didn't even KO Ninetales itself, and now we have added Bulk on Charizard, so I think this should be fine. The one downside actually is if he max Airstreams Charizard and Thunderbolts Charizard, but he doesn't go for that. Okay. I don't think Thunderbolt should KO. But maybe this was a little too aggressive actually. Maybe I should have maxed like Venusaur or Rhyperior, honestly. He's actually getting a nasty plot. That's actually fine. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't think Thunderbolt was KOing. A lot of Rotoms, especially nasty plot Rotoms, are also... Here, let's see if G-Max Wildfire KOs here. Beautiful. Okay, not bad. So obviously the downside right now is that Rotom is at +1 speed and +2 special attack, but I've got Venusaur in the back. I think we just bring that out. The one downside is if we saw... Look how much Wildfire does, too. I mean, it's obviously a 6th, but it's nice. He did have Incineroar, so it might be safer to first bring out the Rhyperior. Just to see what he's got. Yeah, because it's really important to conserve... I guess if Incineroar is the last one, I'm still in some trouble, but... We'll see. It's NDD. Oh, wow. Okay. I have to say, I did not expect NDD, but I will take that. Okay. +2 Thunderbolt will obviously just knock out Charizard now. I'm content just double protecting this turn. Like, we have the G-Max Wildfire effect going on. We do have to make sure we have enough Sun turns, though. That's the thing for Venusaur. Still 3 turns. We've got Focus Sash in the back. I mean, as soon as we knock out NDD, we win this game. Even if Rotom outspeeds this. So I think I'm content just to double protect this turn. And then target NDD with high horsepower. Because I'm pretty sure a high horsepower +2 G-Max Wildfires should knock the NDD out. And once we're in a 1v1 with Venusaur against Rotom, we should win. Yep, follow me. It's not surprising. Let's see who he targeted here. Going for the Thunderbolt. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's fine. Like I said, I maxed Charizard for the Gmax Wildfire effect, and it's, I think, going to be really essential to winning this game. We don't know the Rotom item yet, too. If it's Life Orb, then I think it's even better for us. Yeah, so I think here I'm fine just going for the Wildfire. We should lose Charizard, but that's fine. And high horsepower into MDD. I don't know, I guess if high horsepower plus 2 Gmax Wildfires knocks out NG, that could be problematic if not, because we don't have Protect on Venusaur. That's my one concern. Yeah, if we just hit that turn 1 Heat Wave, I don't know if that would have knocked out. I mean, it is Life Orb Solar Power, but that was Specs Ninetales, and that did like 40%, so Braviary is probably going to hang on anyway. Okay, let's see. Going for Helping Hand, but if that's going into Rhyperior, that's just GG. Yeah, he's going for the Hydro Pump instead. Yeah, that's game over for sure then. I mean, that's going to KO us, I assume? Yep. I guess maybe my opponent was expecting me to try to go for a double or a switch, but now we just knock out NDD, and now it's Venusaur against Rotom, so we're in a perfect position. Beautiful. Charizard got so much out of this game. And Venusaur, I thought, was like one of the best Pokemon in this matchup, so as soon as we knock out Braviary, I guess not necessarily one of the best. No Citrus gets activated there too, because it's just over, which is good for us. Energy Ball should just KO Rotom. Sun is still up, so not much my opponent can do there. We could have Max Airstream, but Charizard being faster than Rotom isn't really too important, I think, at this point, because we have Venusaur with Sash on the back. The only way my opponent can win is you protect this turn, you stall out the Sun, and then you flinch me with Dark Pulse onto Venusaur. So it's not 100% won yet for us, which is scary. I just want to just go for Overheat. That might just KO, honestly. And Energy Ball. Yeah. Let's see Rotom has Protect. Okay, he doesn't. I was gonna say, if you're running Dark Pulse normally, you don't have Protect. Because my opponent already showed Nasty Claw, Thunderbolt, and Hydro Pump. So if you Protect there, there's no way you beat the Venusaur. And if you have Dark Pulse, then, well, you can't Protect from the Energy Ball. So actually, we did have a 100% win con at that point, I think. So yeah, Charizard and Ninetales just taking names today, though. Even though we've missed a bunch of Heat Waves, which is, once again, mathematically, like, likely. Especially when you're spamming it, it's, like, right from turn 1. Alright, we're going to find our third opponent of the day, and let's get this match started. So, they've got their own Charizard. Relatively standard team for the most part. Reminds me of a lot of the teams from Dallas Regionals, just with Incineroar thrown onto it. So, the threat of Whimsicott here is quite scary. Mainly because it can just Tailwind. We could go with the Dusclops Rhyperior mode, which actually feels pretty essential in this matchup. What is stopping me from going Charizard and Ninetales, though? If you lead Whimsicott, what are you pairing it next to? Duraludon? Which we outspeed with Charizard. I guess the main thing is that because there's no way to really one-shot us. I guess unless... I was going to say my opponent could if they go with their own Charizard and Whimsicott, and then we set up the Sun for them. I like leading Charizard. Charizard and Venusaur is actually really compelling here. If we hit a Sleep Powder early, especially against the opposing Charizard, that would be huge. I don't know. I feel like the Trick Room mode is pretty essential in this matchup, but it's kind of hard. Especially because we actually have Bulldoze and Dusclops, which means, instead of like Brick Break, which means we might have to activate Milotic's Competitive, which I think is really bad. So if we don't go with the Trick Room route, what direction do we go in? Charizard, Venusaur, Ninetales? And I guess Rhyperior. Okay, let's try this out. I'm not going to go Charizard Ninetales immediately this time around. Mainly, we do have to worry about Max Rockfall or just Rock Slide from Conkeldurr. But one of the reasons why Gmax Wildfire and Gigantamax Charizard won the Dallas Regional Championships is because Gmax is so good against Whimsicott. He's just going to go Whimdura. Okay. Could just... I mean, I'm leaning towards just maxing Charizard, flaring into Whimsicott. He probably has Max Lightning here, doesn't he? So I can't Sleep Powder the Duraludon, I'm thinking. I would guess he has Max Lightning. If he doesn't, he's in a lot of trouble, I think. But most of those Duraludons do have Max Lightning. Could make a sick read, expecting Max Lightning into Charizard, switch out into Rhyperior, and go for a Sleep Powder onto the Duraludon. I think I'm content, honestly, just maxing here, Wildfiring into Whimsicott, and I'm gonna predict the Max Lightning and just Earth Power. Yeah. He also could just Fake Tears instead of Tailwinding, but that would actually be fine by me. If I let Charizard Ninetales, that might have ended up being better for us, because we could just Max Wildfire into Duraludon and Heat Wave, and that's a double KO. But I wanted to lead Venusaur to keep my options open, but I guess one thing I didn't consider as much was the threat of Max Lightning coming out from Duraludon to set up terrain. I think that's pretty likely. Yep, so there's the Max from Duraludon. We'll chip away at it slowly with G-Max Wildfire. Earth Power will do a decent amount to it too. Question is it Assault Vest, Life Orb? Normally they're Life Orb on these teams, but obviously Marco was able to win with the Assault Vest variant over at Oceania International Championships. Okay, let's see. Yep, there's Tailwind. So far playing out I expected to. See if it's Max Lightning. Yeah. It's a good thing we didn't go for the Sleep Powder. Okay, Weekend gone. Good. Like I said, we actually could have made that sick play of switching out into Rhyperior, but I really didn't want to gamble there. Especially because we're still relying on hitting the Sleep Powder. Yeah. My big question is, how much does Earth Power do to Duraludon? The problem is that now I'm playing the match with Tailwind being up. Like, I committed a lot in order just to... Because I'm going to lose Charizard next turn. It's not going to get any more attacks off. Earth Power does... Oh my! Is that a crit? Not even! Wait, Earth Power really does that much damage to Duraludon? That's kind of nutty. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe it's not too bad here for us. I cannot believe that damage output. That was like... I mean, we did what, 75% of damage through G-Max Wildfire? He brings an Incineroar, okay. I mean, that makes sense for the Fake Out. I think we just protect Charizard here. Actually, I'm fine just attacking with Charizard the more I think about it. Yeah, why not just Airstream into Incineroar? Switch Venusaur out into Rhyperior. I think I'm alright with that. The reason why I'm bringing out Rhyperior here is because Venusaur and Ninetales are what we want to close this game out with. Might have been better to have switched out. The other question here is, does my opponent also just go for the safe Fake Out into Venusaur and Max Lightning? Because then you're still not knocking out Venusaur. I still think that is probably the safest play, so we could have protected Charizard there. I think the most obvious play is you just Fake Out. You actually probably don't need Max Lightning. You want to go for Max Steel Spike onto Charizard. Or even a Max Whirlwind. Because anything's KOing Charizard, so... I don't know, the lack of a Max Guard here basically punishes my opponent if they try to get fancy. No Fake Out came out. Okay, I'll actually take that trade. Oh wait, no, I mean... how fast is Incineroar here? Does it outspeed us? If it does, that might be problematic. Let's see. Okay, it's not faster. We got a lot of essential damage onto that. We have Focus Sash on Venusaur, but we don't have Protect, which is the problem. It's gonna Throat Chop. Interesting. So no Fake Out came out there. But that ended up being a pretty solid play. My opponent got 2 big KOs there. Duraludon's 1 turn away from getting KO'd. We get out Ninetales and Venusaur now. Oh, I guess the problem is that I think Duraludon should outspeed the Ninetales, so my opponent should... Oh! This actually will be really close. Comes down to what my opponent's last one is. I'm expecting Conkeldurr, probably. I think we probably lose. It's gonna be really close. I'm hoping it's Melodic, because I think we have to Earth Power the Incineroar and commit to Heat Waving. Yeah. Because we'll outspeed Incineroar here. I'm assuming Duraludon is max speed, so it should outspeed Venusaur. Otherwise, the better play is to just KO Duraludon. But the thing is, we know Duraludon's fainting after Life Orb / G-Max Wildfire anyway. And you can't knock out the Venusaur. Incineroar could switch out here, actually. I actually think that's my opponent's best play. Switch out Incineroar and KO the Ninetales with Max Warmwind. He doesn't know my items either. Hoping Incineroar stays in. It stays in. Okay, that's huge. Max Warmwind into Ninetales. Yeah, okay. So we trade to... I'll get a double knockout here. So it comes down to what my opponent's last one is. Unless Earth Power here doesn't KO. Which could be the case. That would be bad. Come on. He knows we have Earth Power too, so... Okay. We got the double KO. What's the last one? I'm thinking Conkeldurr. Now, if it's Conkeldurr, and he would need to have Ice Punch as well. Sadly, we don't have Protect. It's Milotic! Oh, Venusaur gets this. I've seen you win these, Venusaur. Oh, I'm just worried about weakness policy, Milotic. What are the odds it is that? I'm just checking the board state. Multiple turns of Sun. Tailwind's gonna expire. G-Max Wildfire is still in effect. I mean, even if he's weakness policy, that's fine, right? Because you can't KO us. I think we just double Energy Ball. That's how much this does. It's gonna be buried. He might win this, actually. We might need to hit a Sleep Powder. Because I don't think another Energy Ball KOs. Muddy Water? Oh, that makes sense, I guess. If you have Ice Beam, just go for the accuracy drop here. Does he get it? No. Oh, I forgot about G-Max Wildfire. I think that should allow us to enable us to win. Tailwind Peter's out. Terrain's still on the field, so there's no better play other than to just go for Energy Ball. That should just be a KO. Yeah, I think if my opponent just switches the Milotic Incineroar into Milotic, we lose this game. Nice. Venusaur clutched it out. Let's go. Okay. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I felt fine leading Charizard Venusaur. Like, my opponent made the nice play of Max Lightning, but that Earth Power was honestly huge. I didn't think it would do that much damage against Duraludon. Like, I knew it would do damage, especially because it was Life Orb Duraludon, but that was a huge amount of damage. That was kind of nutty. But, yeah, that was great. Shows you the power of the Sun Core of Charizard, Ninetales, and Venusaur. So, pretty happy about how the games were today. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like, and I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully, maybe see some of you guys on stream later today. All right. Peace.